Abundance mindset versus the scarcity mindset. Our mind versus our body. How does our mind keep us stuck in the same cycles over and over, the same scarcity patterns over and over? And how do we truly break out of it with consistent nervous system regulation practices? I am Pratna, and you're listening to Rebel with a Purpose. And in today's episode, we're diving deep into the abundance mindset, the optionality factor, as well as the mind versus the body. So let's dive right into it. I'm really excited for you to listen. Okay, hello everyone. So, I am doing an Instagram live today on the abundance mindset and how you can attract more abundance, feel safe in your nervous system to expand the capacity to hold more in your life. So, today I'm also going to be streaming this on my podcast. And to start off, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following my journey. Firstly, I'm so grateful for this beautiful community, and I feel so abundant every time I think about the people I've impacted, the gap over the gain over the gap, right? And I've spoken about this concept before. It's a concept by one of my mentors called Benjamin Hardy, and you should read his books if you haven't. They're amazing. Like, there's so much juice in his books that you can use in your day-to-day life. It's crazy. So he talks about the gain over the gap, which is that how are you measuring yourself in life? Are you looking at the gap between who you are today and your future version, or are you looking at the gain, which is how much you've achieved from your past version, how much you've shifted from your past version? Because this is literally the real deal breaker in your life, right? When you look at your progress, which a lot of us don't do. Why? Because negativity bias. Your mind will always focus on what you don't have rather than what you do have and what you've achieved. And that is what is called the lack mindset, which is very normal for us because our mind's job is to keep us safe, is to keep us protected, but it's not to make us happy. And so it is our responsibility and our higher self's responsibility to take care of our happiness, to take care of our well-being, to take risks, to put ourselves out of our comfort zones, to actually play dirty, go into the playing field, take those risks, take those leaps, because your mind will always make excuses. Your mind will always hold you back from taking those risks. And this is why I want to talk about this concept of optionality, which is that regardless of whether you're born into a rich and wealthy family or not, you always have an option. Like, you will always have an option. If your job doesn't work out, you can quit and reapply to another job. If this strategy doesn't work out, you can try another strategy. Everything is figure outable. And this is a quote by Marie Forleo where she talks about how every single thing in life is figure outable. You always have an option. But sometimes we feel like, oh, I don't have a choice. I just have to do this job. Like, I don't have a choice. I just have to stick to this path because I don't have the resources or I don't have the opportunities. But you always have an option. You always have a choice. The universe is always backing you. And so going into this with that kind of abundance mindset, that I will always have a choice, like I will always have an option. This is never the worst case scenario. Like, there's always something better I can move into. So knowing that, having that optionality shifts everything in your life, because you start seeing things as an option, not as the only choice. You start seeing things like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to head out. Like, if I'm being disrespected in this workspace, this is not for me. I need something better. Like, this is a place I can't stay in anymore because it's affecting my wellness, it's affecting my confidence. And of course, this is something that comes from your higher self. This doesn't come from your mind, because again, your mind is going to try and keep you safe. Your mind is going to tell you you don't have options. Your mind is going to tell you to stick to this part. Your mind is going to come from a place of scarcity, but your higher version comes from a place of abundance, knowing you always have a choice to choose differently. You can live your life intentionally if you want to, or you can live on autopilot where you do the same things over and over, having the same results over and over. But I know you, and if you follow me, I know that we are in the 1%. So we don't live that way. We literally take a bet on ourselves. We take leaps, right? We decide that we have a choice, and then we decide to choose differently if we're not happy where we're at, right? So now moving back into the money mindset, your beliefs in with regards to money or abundance show up behaviorally. So that means it shows up in your actions and the actions you take. For example, if you think money is the root of all evil, or the more money the more problems, you will actually start repelling opportunities that are bringing you more money, because subconsciously you believe that more money means more problems, or that more money means it's just going to cause more issues and is the root of all evil, right? And sometimes you also feel like people who have a lot of money are greedy, right? Because they have so much money, they're probably like, they're not nice people, they're greedy people. But actually, selling yourself is the most spiritual thing you can do. Literally, selling yourself is the most spiritual thing you can do. Why? Because that shows that you believe in your gifts, you believe in these God given gifts you have, you believe in your talent, you believe in your skills, and you believe that the world needs more of this magic. And when you do that, you're actually being in service. You're not thinking of, oh, what am I taking from them? Because it's not about taking anything from anyone when you ask for money. Money is a commitment. Money shows that there's skin in the game. When people pay, they pay attention. So doing things for free doesn't actually move the needle. Okay, so I want to talk about this because I went to a networking event a few weeks ago, and then there was this auntie who came up to me and she was like, no offense, but what you do for money, I do for free. And I obviously didn't take offense because I'm like, first of all, we're at such different stages in our life. Secondly, I don't even know why you do it for free, because if people aren't paying you, they're not going to see the value in it. That's just how humans function. Like, they need to pay to see the value in what you're doing. So always remember this: people who pay attention. Okay, and money in the hands of good hearted people will do so much good in this world. Like, that will have a ripple effect that will impact communities, impact the environment, impact so many things in this world. So it is important to get money in the hands of good hearted people, and that's what I try to do as a business coach, is like make people rich building their soul aligned businesses, because I want money to go into the hands of good hearted people. Okay, now moving on to the waiting energy, and this is the energy that is like when you don't have money coming in, or when you don't have clients coming in, or abundance coming in, you actually go more into scarcity because your evidence is not showing you abundance, and you're focusing on the scarcity, and you're like, oh shit, like what am I going to do? There's so much scarcity around me. Like, how do I get out of this energy? It's the worst energy to be in because it's the most low vibrating state to be in, the waiting energy, right? It shows that there is lack in your life. It shows not enoughness in your life. But at this point of time, even when you don't have clients coming in, even when you don't have like money coming in, how are you thinking about yourself, right? How are you thinking about your life? You still have so many things working out in your favor that you're not really measuring or thinking about, because that's how your mind works, like I said before. If you have the three basic needs, which is food, water, a roof on your head, and you have great showers every day, like, you're good. Okay, think about everything you have. There are so many things our mind just like subtracts. Like, we don't even think about all these things that we have in our life that we should be grateful for, because it's huge. It's honestly huge. Think about every single thing and feel grateful for it, right? Every single thing. Like, even if you get a $1, even if you find like a 1 rupee coin on the road, are you celebrating that like you would celebrate 1,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees? Like, when you earn even a little bit, celebrate it like it's a big deal. Make receiving money a big deal and celebrate it, because when you're celebrating it, you're showing your mind and you're doing this positive reinforcement where getting money is good, like it feels good. And celebrate every time you receive money, celebrate every time you receive a gift. When someone gives you a compliment, are you like, no, no, I just like, okay, someone says like your hair looks really pretty. Oh, but I didn't wash my hair today. Like, what are you talking about? It looks really bad today. I'm having a bad hair day. Instead of saying that, what if you could just take the compliment and be like, thanks, like, thank you. I really like my hair. And then talk about them. Why is it so hard to receive compliments? Especially for women, I've seen this so many times. Like, it's so hard for us to take compliments from people. If someone compliments you, you're just like deflecting the compliment rather than taking it, right? So the first thing, like literally the first action step, is start receiving. Be open to receiving. Someone came into my DMs like a few weeks ago saying like, have you read the Bhagavad Gita? Have you read this? And I was like, I've read like summaries of it, but I haven't read the whole book. And he's like, can I send you the whole book? And I was like, okay, this stranger wants to send me a book, but what am I going to do? Like, so what, I'll take it. And then I was like, okay, yeah, you can, like, that would be amazing. And then he asked me for my address, sent it to him, he sent me the books, and honestly it felt really good. Like, it felt really good to receive love from someone I don't know sending me books. Like, that just felt so good to receive. And to be honest, I wouldn't have done this in the past, but I wanted to be open to receiving. Like, I wanted to feel open to just having gifts come my way and receiving, right? So I just said, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's go for it. Send me that book. And it actually made me feel really good. Like, it made me feel so good in my body that I'm just getting gifted, and that just felt good. So open yourself to receiving pleasure and feel good in it without having to give something back in return, without it having to be a transaction. Like, just receive unconditionally. Allow yourself to feel the joy of receiving love, receiving compliments, receiving gifts, right? So just receive things by just saying thank you and stopping there. Don't like deflect any compliment that comes your way. That's one action step for you to receive and open yourself up to more receiving. Because our body doesn't know the difference between fear and excitement, overwhelm and overflow, right? Because they show up in the same way in your body. So what happens is that your body protects you, keeps you safe from the next income level or overflow and abundance, because it feels scary, like it doesn't feel safe in your body. So your body tries to protect you by making you go back to the familiar. So even though your mind is like, oh my God, this is amazing, like I'm getting so many clients, or I've manifested everything I asked for, your body feels like this is a lot. Where's the pause button? Like we need to reset, like this is too much for me. So it doesn't decide that overflow is equal to good or overflow is equal to bad. It only feels the pressure. That's what your body feels. It feels the intensity, doesn't feel the intention. Your body doesn't understand intention. It doesn't understand the language English. It only understands intensity of emotion. So if there's too much happening in your life, you might feel like, oh, this is too much for me. Like this is too intense for me. And your body feels like, no, we need to go back to safety. And that is where you work on increasing your capacity to hold more by telling your body, wait, this is okay. Like, this is okay. This is safe. It is safe to receive more. It is safe to feel this overflow in your body. It is safe to feel this excitement of doing so many things and having so many opportunities and clients flow my way. It is safe. When you regulate yourself at that stage of receiving, that's when you show your body, okay, this is safe and I'm ready to move to the next level, to the next income level. So a lot of times we don't really prioritize inner work, right? A lot of us like are in our toxic masculine, doing, not prioritizing the inner work, which is actually the needle mover in business. Inner work is what's going to change and shift your business, shift your energy for good, right? Visualization is also so important to make this next level in your business feel like the new normal and feel familiar on your body, so that your body doesn't go into this overwhelming mode and ask for the pause button, right? It makes you feel like when you're in the state of, when you visualize, firstly, your body can't differentiate between what's real and what's fake. So when you're visualizing, you're telling your mind and you're telling your body, like, this is happening for me, this is happening for me. And so your body becomes accustomed to this as the new normal. If you visualize $10,000 months every single day and you're like, this is happening in my reality, this is happening for me, your body starts looking at this as the new normal, so that when it happens, it doesn't reject it or repel it or go into an overflow or stop it from happening. So it's very important to keep your body with you. Take your body with you. Your mind might be pacing fast. Your mind wants and desires and has all these beautiful things, right? But your body feels scared. Your body wants safety. Your body wants protection. So it is your job to take your body along with you by regulating yourself at every new level of income, every new level of clients, every new level of abundance that you want to attract in your life. Remember, nervous system reacts to intensity, not intention. So whenever there's something happening in your life, the emotion is felt in your body, but the intention of it is not known. Your body does not know what's good or what's bad. It just knows the intensity of the emotion. So the more intense it is, your body is going to want to go back to feeling calm and peaceful and low intensity, because low intensity feels safe and familiar, right? But a lot of success happens in the high intensity space where you're attracting more and more, where you're quantum leaping. Intensity is going to increase, but it's about how you increase the capacity of your body to hold more intensity by regulating either through visualization or EFT tapping, right? So this is what I want to talk about abundance today, that literally everything we're doing is also affected by the 7 generations before us, and is going to impact the 7 generations after us. We're not just building a business, we're literally healing generations before us and creating a legacy for generations to come. So this is a big deal. Like, building a business in the soul aligned space is amazing. It's a big deal. I'm so proud of every one of you who's taken that bet on yourself and decided. Just making that decision is huge in itself. And there's going to be a lot more decisions to make to up level in your business. But that first decision of, this is not for me. Like, I don't want to do the corporate, or I don't want to be in this job, and I want to do something bigger for myself. I want to impact more people, and I want to live in alignment with my higher version. That decision is huge. Like, just making that decision. So firstly, I'm super proud of you for making that decision. I want you to go just celebrate yourself for starting this journey, this entrepreneurial journey in the first place. And secondly, if someone compliments you, take it with ease. Say thank you and feel that joy in your body, and allow this to be your new normal. And whatever your goal is for this month, visualize it. Every single day, visualize how this would look in your life. What would change in your life when this goal comes to fruition? When this goal is manifested in your life, what would change, right? So I want you to just visualize this and feel it in your body. And then tell your body it is safe to feel this way. It is safe to feel this joy, this overflow, this abundance, and calm and regulate your body. The more you do this, the more you expand your capacity to receive more. And this is a little bit of the nervous system regulation that I teach in my one-to-one coaching containers. So if you liked what I had to say and would like to get on a one-to-one consult call with me where we can talk more about your business, about your next steps, and about what's really holding you back from the next income level, because trust me, it's very rarely about strategy, and it's a lot more about the energetic inner work that really shifts the needle in your business. If you're interested in going deeper into the energetic work and refining your strategy where needed, then just DM me one-to-one, and I'm super excited to talk to you. Well, that was the end of this episode, and I really hope you enjoyed it as well as took notes on the golden nuggets, because this is something that requires consistent practice. Expanding the capacity of your nervous system to receive and attract more in order to go to the next level. Make sure you take your inner work seriously if you want to take your business to the next level, because inner work is what shifts the needle. Thank you so much for listening. You're listening to Rebel with a Purpose, and I am Pratna signing off.